Hello everybody, welcome to my new Sunday market breakdown. So we start the DXY as usually. We go on the monthly chart now, and what can we see? We are still bullish on the monthly chart. We have this low here and this high, this bigger bullish M that can still play out. So we have already that monthly bullish candle close. So that's very nice to see that the bulls can kick in to have some more potential upside momentum. So if I go now to the weekly, what can we see on the weekly? We are still bearish on the weekly because this was our high wick and this was our low wick, and this is just one whole leg because this wick came to the lows here. So as you can see, so this is our high wick, low wick. We came to the lows. We didn't broke this wick, so we can count this as one leg. So we are still bearish because we still didn't broke that highest wick here, so we can still go to the downside for potentially touching this monthly zone again. So what we already forming here is some kind of diesel with a nice rejection candle of that weekly selling zone. So we still have that weekly bullish candle close, but we have the diesel, so there is a potential pull back to the downside. So that's very nice to see. So if I go to the daily, what can you see on the daily? The daily is still bullish. So we have this low, high, higher low, higher high. So we are still bullish. So we are now reversing from the daily lows here, the daily low supply and demand zone, because this was acting like clear resistance here, support, support. So we can go to the upside again. So I can expect bullish momentum to kick in still because the daily driver is still with us. So if we have kind of close right here on the lows or a little bit more below, then we can make this shoulder one here, head shoulder two, which will be very nice aligning with the diesel box of the weekly for potential more downside momentum. But the daily is still bullish, so we can expect more bullish momentum to kick in from. So if I go to USDJPY, what can you see on USDJPY? We can go to the upside from the DXY, because if USDJPY, the dollar goes up, USD goes up against the JPY. So if I go to the weekly, what can you see on the weekly chart? We are bullish because we had this shoulder one, had shoulder two, and we broke out of it. We can trade the pull back for the shoulder one, head shoulder two. We are not clearly bullish yet because we need to complete first that weekly inverted and shoulder one, head shoulder two with resistance in the head. Very nice. So I am expecting the pull back. So this is already a nice indication that we have two bearish candle close, that we can have this pull back to the downside till these inverted and shoulders from that weekly supply and demand zone. As you can see, resistance, support, support, resistance, potential support. So that's what I can see. Then I go to the daily. What I can see on the daily is we have here our shoulder one, head, shoulder two, support in the head, very nice supply and demand zone. So I expect the price to come to the upside because the DXY is still bullish, and then we can take a trade to the downside to the daily minus 27. So that's what I can see. And on the 4-hour, I think we have to need some more patience here already. We have that big impulse to the downside. So we expect now some corrective nature counter to the threat for potential more downside momentum. So, and the thing also here is this lower high is very nice here, sitting at this daily shoulder one, where the seller's kicking in from, as you can see. So very nice to see. Then Euro AUD on the weekly chart. What can we see on the weekly chart? We are very impulsive going to the upside. We are still making here this low, high, higher low, higher high. So we are still in a bullish market trending. We have the big impulsive candle close, so that's very nice indication. Then we can go to the daily, and from the daily, what can we see? We have this bullish M. So we have that first leg, second leg, third leg, potential fourth leg to the downside till that IC here, this red candle, and then we can go to the upside. That's very nice. So between all the blue candles, you have one red candle. That's an institutional candle where it works normally like a magnet. So I expect the price to come back till that red candle to take some liquidity and power to go to the upside. And on the 4-hour, yeah, we need to have some development more. I think we have a FIB completion here, minus 27. So if we can do like this, we can make here some potential inversion and shoulders, or the diesel 1, 2, 3. Then we can place the limit to go to the upside, or like this, the bullish M for potential more upside momentum. So we'll see what will happen on that trade on Euro AUD, like that. So then EURNZD on the weekly. EURNZD on the weekly is also still bullish because we have here this high, low, and we broke it. So we are still bullish at this leg. We are making here also smaller bullish M's here. As you can see, we are making here this low, high, higher, low, higher, high. So we can make here kind of small pullback or a larger one, and then we can go to the upside. So we have that nice weekly bullish candle close here. Very nice to see that the bulls are present. Then I go to the daily, and what I can see on the daily is this potential bullish M. So we have our first leg, second leg, third leg, then the fourth leg, and then we can go to the upside for potentially making that fifth leg. We already have here some wick that came till that lows, and then we rejected from that. So I want to see it coming more back to the downside again, and then we can make a pattern or a diesel for potential more more upside momentum. So if I go to the 4-hour now, you can see we had that wick from the daily low, and then we went impulsively to the upside. So if we can have here some corrective nature, so we have an impulse and then some corrective nature counter to the trend, then it would be nice to take their trade. So that's what I can see. Then CADJPY, if I go to the weekly is still bearish because this is our high wick and this is our low wick. We didn't broke it here, so this is still the high and the low, so this is one leg. So then we had that impulsive move to the downside after the weekly high step. We have that weekly impulsive bearish candle close here. That's very nice. So very nice to see. So we can go to the daily, and on the daily we are very impulsively going to the downside. So what I saw was we had here our low, high, we broke it here, so we expect a pullback. This is one head for me. This is a shoulder 1 here, head, shoulder 2 potentially. Price need to come back, and then we can take the trade to the downside. So this one needs to have a lot of, maybe 1 week. So maybe next week it will be playing out, or it needs to have a few days of development, or we can make already then some kind of bearish W on the daily. So there I'm looking at. Then NZD CHF. If I go to the weekly, what can you see on the weekly? We have still a bearish market because we came from this high, low, lower high, lower low. So why I say this week from this low, this didn't broke this wick here, so this is one leg to the downside. So this is our bearish W here, still playing out. That's why we have now this weekly impulsive bearish candle close. We are still bearish, so we can look for a daily. And on the daily, here was nothing clear, a pattern. So this one needs to go out of my watch list. That's the thing I needed to change. Sorry for that. I need to change that because on the 4-hour I saw here that bearish W, but I thought it was a daily. So, then AUDNZD. So here is a nice potential trade. So we are bearish on the weekly. We have this high wick, then this low here, and we are still bearish because we didn't broke this wick here, and then we went impulsively to the downside. So we have that multiple weekly bearish candle closes. So we went to the daily, and what I saw on the daily was we had there an high, low, lower high, lower low. So we have that bearish W that can play out. So I expect some kind of pullback to this daily zone of interest, first zone of interest, first daily zone that got tapped is my zone here, the first one, the white zone. So on the 4-hour, we need to have some diesel here to stop the price first, and then maybe some corrective nature also. to have some pattern or diesel or head and shoulders. So we need to see what will happen there. Then CHFJPY, the last one for just forex traders, the currency traders. So if I go to the weekly, so we are at the weekly, we are bullish on the weekly. You can see this as a low and this as a high, but I saw it like this clearly. This was our low, high, higher low, higher high. We broke it here, but then we made here this bearish W. We broke it here, so we are bullish. So we are making here this kind of bullish M already. So also, if you take here the descending trend line, we also breaking this descending trend line of the weekly. So we are bullish. Very nice to see that with that weekly bullish candle close. So if I go to the daily, what can you see on the daily that we can make this pattern, this first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, potentially till the IC daily zone of interest, and then we can go to the upside. So these are the trades. I have one more trade for the people that trade silver euro. So if I go to the weekly, what can you see on the weekly? We are bearish, or yeah, not clearly that bearish, because we needed to make the shoulder 1 at shoulder 2 first. So we are in an impulsive bearish market. We are making already now that kind of smaller bearish W. So now we are at this bearish W. So first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg potentially, and then making the fifth leg to the downside. So we have that weekly bearish candle close. We have this descending bigger channel that we are trading in, so we can go more to the downside till this possible this weekly lows here where the buyers are sitting at. This is a potential buying zone for silver. So we have that weekly bearish candle close. We can go to the daily, and if I delete this, so on the daily, what can you see? We have this bigger bearish W. So the first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, potential fifth leg to the downside. And yeah, we have a pattern within a pattern. So this bearish W with that shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2, as you can see here. So this is our shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2. I'm wanting to see here a tap of that daily white zone, and then we can go potentially to the downside. So this is my Sunday market breakdown, my review for upcoming week. So I hope you liked it, and I see you next week. Bye.